A short time ago, the United States military began major combat operations in Iran. Our objective is to defend the American people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime, a vicious group of very hard, terrible people. Its menacing activities directly endanger the United States, our troops, our bases overseas, and our allies throughout the world. To the great, proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere.
Pentagon tonight, a remarkable showdown between the Pentagon and artificial intelligence giant Anthropic, the company refusing to give the Pentagon unrestricted access to its AI technology. The company says it's concerned about the potential of fully autonomous weapons without human involvement.
I think China's already won the tech race with the US and left Europe far behind. And I think, frankly, in Europe, we've been mostly asleep.
We're going to have tremendous workforce availability. We're also going to have robots helping us. We're going to have a lot of robots helping us because we need it. And because we're going to town, we're building a lot between the AI and the auto plants. So we're going to need robots. We're going to have robots, but that's going to help us.
Robots hold steady hands in the operating room, and drones are redefining the future of war. Innovations of first-generation humanoids, factory automation, and autonomous vehicles have surged from private sector investment. Every one of these advancements is powered by AI. The robots are here. Our future is no longer science fiction.
Maybe crypto is actually built for the machines and we didn't even know it. And AI can easily handle private keys and easily understands transaction hashes and like how all this stuff works. It is money that is built for computers, even before the computers to intelligently handle it were built. So I find that interesting. And, perhaps those of us who were involved in crypto pre-AI were kind of just like getting the ground ready for the AI systems to have a fully developed financial system handed to them, for better or worse.
This could be perhaps the greatest revolution in financial technology since the birth of the internet itself. Many Americans are unaware that behind the scenes, the technical backbone of the financial system is decades out of date, many, many years out of date. You know that. Paul and others are straightening it out, but payments and money transfers are costly and take days or even weeks to clear. Under this bill, the entire ancient system will be eligible for a 21st century upgrade using the state-of-the-art crypto technology.
And as President Trump has directed, we are going to keep the U.S. the dominant reserve currency in the world, and we will use stable coins to do that.
I think stable coins could reinforce dollar supremacy, because with stable coins could end up being one of the largest buyers of U.S. treasuries or T-bills. So all of a sudden, if you are using a stable coin in Nigeria that's backed by the U.S. dollar, you don't actually have to have dollars. It's on your phone. You can transact.
We are going big on digital assets. So Trump administration has made digital assets a priority. I've seen estimates that just over the short term, stable coins could create $2 trillion of demand for U.S. treasuries and treasury bills. To put that in context, the number is probably about $300 billion right now.
We will take a close look at regulatory impediments to blockchain, stable coins, and new payment systems.
The Department of Commerce is going to start issuing its statistics on the blockchain, because you are the crypto president, and we are going to put out GDP on the blockchain so people can use the blockchain for data distribution, and then we're going to make that available to the entire government so all of you can do it. We're just ironing out all the details so we can do it.
Together, these world-leading technology giants are announcing the formation of Stargate. So put that name down in your books. because I think you can reduce the cost of virtually all goods and services. It'll make the United States a manufacturing superpower and the world capital of artificial intelligence and crypto. But with today's announcement, we take a major step to bring healthcare into the digital age. Instead of filling out the same tedious paperwork at every medical appointment, patients will simply be able to grant their doctors access to their records at the push of a button. Just a button and you're all set, and all the information the doctor needs will be immediately transmitted.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it will be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
If we could tokenize all our ETFs, all $5.3 trillion of our ETFs, and provide that in a digital wallet, you could seamlessly, without fees, going from a digital currency or a stable coin or whatever that may be in your digital wallet and buy bond or stocks. And I believe that is going to be the future.
I believe we're going to be in the cutting edge of tokenizing bonds and stocks.
It's coming.
And we have the technology now. The fact that we are now moving forward in tokenization every bond and stock is crazy. Yep. We should be moving towards that frontier. Obviously, there's winners and losers and all that, but we need to be prepared for the tokenization. And it would democratize more finance if we tokenized bonds and stocks.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And I give you the truth, nothing but the truth. Yes, the truth hurts, but it sets you free. But because I give you the truth, you hate me. But remember, I'm just a watchman on the wall. And in 2026, it will be the beginning of global mass layoffs and the rise of the machines. Remember, 2026 to 2029, we are going to be on a wild ride. And we have the sheep sleep. They stay distracted on things that don't matter. My people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And that's because they're willfully ignorant. But they don't have long until reality is going to hit them in the face. And in 2026, we get crypto clarity before the midterms. And starting in 2027, the Hegelian dialectic is back. The divide and conquer, Democrat versus Republican. And they're going to ride it into the fourth industrial revolution. And since we have the genius bill, Universal basic income is right around the corner, 2028, 2029. But we got China paying interest on their CBDC while the United States has no interest. And remember, that's a plan that moves in phases. And in the first quarter, I always tell you we're going to get a pullback, but this year, because Japan is on the move, I see a pullback in the first and second quarter. And that's the reason why we got two repo operations. We got the Fed buying treasuries, the front end $40 billion worth until April, plus the Treasury manipulating that long end of the yield curve because no one, and I mean absolutely no one, wants that long-term paper. And yes, finances is boring, but when you understand what's going on, it's the most entertaining thing in the world because it's unbelievable how the sheep fall for it. And that's the reason why they don't teach finances in school. Now we have the Supreme Court is going to let us know the decision on these tariffs. Either way is going to be bad, but one is long-term, one is short-term. If they have to pay the money back, of course, that's short-term. But if tariffs stay on, that's going to be long-term inflation. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And since the Fed is cutting and Japan is raising, we have $8 trillion sitting in these money market accounts, and that money is going to leave and find yield. And in 2027, that's going to trigger a collapse of this legacy market, and Democrats are going to play the blame game on Republicans. And by that time, of course, we'll have Jerome Powell with a rolled off in the sun. They printed 80% of all money in existence in 2 years, destroying the dollar, creating all this inflation, and then also destroying the legacy market, so therefore they can bring in the fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And they did all this under Trump and Jerome Powell. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And in order to bring in the machines, of course, they need that black swan, that crisis. And that's the reason why we're hearing the drums get louder. We hear the hacks being done by AI, and of course, you got to watch out for the Birdman. So we're going to see distractions being stepped up, movie after movie, while they move in the machines. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids' books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And we had Bitcoin and crypto and stocks pull back yesterday. Definitely was expected. And now we have the drums are beating. And Bitcoin pulled back quickly, moving up slightly as I'm doing this video. But guys, of course, we're definitely going to be pumping and dumping, and we're going to be getting plenty of entertainment. Because now we have Israel and the United States attacking Iran, and we know Iran is not going to sit back and let that happen. And don't forget, guys, when it comes to the drums are beating, the banks fund both sides. And this is all to bring in this fourth industrial revolution. And of course, the sheep are going to be distracted on the Epstein files and other things that are going on. But the fact is, they're ready to build this digital present. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And of course, we had some panic selling. It's going to be very important on Sunday to see how the Asian markets do. Asian markets are not panicking. That means in the United States, we're going to be fine in the short run. And don't forget to pay attention to the VIX. And again, remember, this is a plan. It moves in phases. They're going to ride this on out. Now make sure you pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates pulled back. And again, that's going to help stocks and cryptos. So the yield rates are pulling back. Even though we have geopolitical events, when we pull back, it won't be as bad. And on Friday, we had the dollar down. Right now, we have volume and crypto down. We have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. And we had the repo skyrocket to 16 billion. And make sure you pull it on a daily basis during the week. We know every now and then they're doing 2 repos. We have the Fed buying the front end of these treasuries. And then also we have the Treasury manipulating that long end because we know no one, and I mean absolutely no one, wants that long-term paper. And we know the Fed wants to keep rates higher for longer to destroy this legacy market so Trump can build this fourth industrial revolution where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And we had the drums get louder this morning. Remember, the drums are beating are going to be cyber, drones, all this technology, robots. Eventually, no more humanity inside a war. And that means you won't be able to tell what's real and not real. We're about to live the real life Star Wars. And these drums are beating are just going to keep building up. Because eventually we're going to have Russia in it. Eventually we're going to have China in it. Eventually North Korea, India is going to be Armageddon. And we know this is definitely biblical. And it's going to start off like this now. It's going to be a little quiet. And we're just going to see more and more attacks. And again, we're going to start seeing those cyber attacks. And that's the reason why in the media talking about Anthropic using OpenAI's technology. They're telling you what they're about to do. But the sheep have no clue of the capabilities of this type of technology. And again, right now it's starting off small. Israel and Iran attack Iran. Iran goes back and attack those other countries. But then, guys, we're going to see these other countries start to come in, and it's just going to get bigger and bigger. The drums are just going to keep getting louder and louder. And while the sheep are distracted on the drums are beating, we know the NWO is setting up this new digital economy. Remember, the C word was just a simulation. They know what works and doesn't work, and now they're going to pull it off again. And of course, the sheep are going inside the metaverse and get that free money, that universal basic income, while they're getting downloaded. I know it sounds like a movie, but remember, your life is an illusion and TV is your reality. Your life is about to be a real-life video game. And remember, the Cryptoteacher told you. And with all this technology, make sure you do not fall for deception. Don't fall for the devil's tricks. And that's why it's so important to get back to the Creator, so therefore you can start creating. And remember, the Cryptoteacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin, Ethereum, spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin, Ethereum, spot ETFs were down at close. Also, we had XRP, Chainlink, Solana, and Dogecoin down at close. Now, we have the Bitcoin ETFs saw their first weekly net inflows since January. And again, prices may be down, but that's all we continue on seeing is building and the big banks coming into this space. Now, getting over into a little crypto news, we have U.S. chartered bank SoFi has enabled Solana network deposits for its 13.7 million customers directly through its banking app. And we know that's all about pushing adoption. And we're going to go over that later on in the video. Now, we have Barclays probes blockchain for banking functions like payments and deposits. And again, we know the big banks are ready to come on in. Now we have former Mt. Gox CEO proposes a hard fork to recover the $5.2 billion in Bitcoin from 2011 theft. And guys, we know Mt. Gox is holding on to this money for a reason. They could have easily sent this money back already. And if it was a way to get this $5.2 billion back, believe me, they would have already done it, or they already did it. And again, there's absolutely no reason to hold anyone's money this long. And don't forget, the next payout, I think, is October 31st of this year. And of course, dates are chosen for a reason, because we know Bitcoin was created on October 31st, 2008. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And lastly, we have Morgan Stanley applies for bank charter to custody crypto assets. And again, dates and timing are set up for a reason. While everyone is distracted with Epstein files, distracted with the drums of beating, and of course TV, movies, social media, sports, all these distractions going on while the NWO is building. And this fourth industrial revolution is going to rise in the emerging markets first. All this technology is ready. We see the robots. We see the drones. We know the algorithms and AI agents are at work. And it's going to be easy for the machines to take over the economy in the West because we make nothing. China has all the manufacturing, and we know all those cheap goods now are going to the emerging markets, because we know the United States, America to Babylon, is about to fall. And don't forget, Trump has to devalue his dollar in order to devalue the debt. And now that Armageddon has started, make sure you're getting yourselves prepared. And definitely do not fall for deception. Remember, they have technology that we haven't even seen yet. And again, that's why it's so important to get back with the Creator. So therefore, you don't fall for deception. But then also, you can start creating. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.